guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to join me as we visit Belvoir Castle.
Today we're going to be exploring Belvoir Castle, an awe-inspiring fortress nestled in the heart of Leicestershire. So on today's video we're going to be looking around the inside of the castle and what it's got to offer, exploring their beautiful gardens and taking a nice walk around the forest trail. So sit back, relax, and without any further ado, let's get on with today's video.
So it was a little bit of a faff to get in, a bit of a wait, but yeah, for two of us it was £52, and the car park's actually £2, which gets you parking all day. And you can actually reclaim that back at one of the shops as well, so even better. So you've got quite a steep climb just as you come in, right to the top where the castle is and the gardens. So you want to make sure you've got some good walking shoes on, or at least you're reasonably fit to get up this hill. Unlike me, you're slightly struggling, but that's because we were a bit bedridden for a couple of weeks with flu, so it's actually nice to again get back out and stretch the old legs. Very interesting. Got make out now. That was the original building, and we've got a bit of reflection coming off the stained glass windows there, so if we can get rid of that. But this is why this whole place was built. So they got rid of this one because it looked a bit like a cross between a prison and a workhouse apparently. And they erected Belvoir Castle, and obviously the Duchess wasn't happy with the actual way this looked and the state of it. We've got these amazing stained glass windows letting in loads of light just all the way through here. And I guess this must be the bedroom. And wow, look at all of this. All the gold detailing around the artwork on the ceilings, which, you know, it's all just been preserved absolutely perfectly. A little bit of the view out this window as well. That table's a little bit bigger than the one I've got at home. But again, just all the detailing on the ceiling, the way it's all laid out. I mean, you can imagine the feast they had in there. So this over here is actually a wine cooler. And yeah, that'd do me. Maybe we should get one of these for home. I could probably do that in an afternoon, I reckon, filled with nice Pinot Grigio or something like that. All approves of the withdrawing room for the ladies, as she quite rightly put it. It's pink, feathers, and there's cocktails in there. It's another sitting deterrent. I'll just try putting that on home and keep the cat off the chairs. If anyone knows what that is, or if they don't, that's actually called a conversation chair. And nowadays we just turn around the other way, so you don't have to talk to your wife. Being rude, she's trying to kick me now. I thought that was quite witty. Shall I slide all the way down? Just spiral? I'm sure I could do that. It's quite steep, so you just got to hold on and just be careful of your footing as you go down here. I think there is an alternative way if you can't make it up and down these. But think I can just about do it. How about you, Mrs. Outdoors? You think you can manage the stairs? I could always carry her, I guess. There's a bell that goes all the way up. Should I just give it a little tip? Nah. Let's go, beer cellar. Through there, we're gonna go down to the dunes. As we go downstairs towards the dunes, you can physically feel the temperature dropping the further we go down. Oh, okay. Just heading into the beer cellar now. And I thought that was someone standing there for a minute. So we've got somebody's legs sticking out the barrel there. And guy, looks like he's in a bit of shock. I know, the outdoors must be quite a moment for you to meet me. If that moves, I'm going to shit myself. So obviously, as you can see, it's quite dimly lit down here. But just in the air, you've got the smell, sort of damp, and it's physically a lot colder. I mean, upstairs we had to take our jackets off just to cool down a bit, but now temperatures drop right down, so you can see why they would store all this down here, and obviously why it was all built. What do you reckon that is? Head of, I don't know, hippopotamus? Maybe? Getting quite an eerie feeling being down here. Just all these little mannequins sort of sitting around, and then a really tiny one there. But brilliant, but I'm not going to spend any longer down there. I want to go upstairs, it was a bit warmer and feels a little bit less haunted. We've just done the tour around the house there, and there's loads of other rooms where obviously you can't get into. So we've only seen a section of that place, but what we did see was absolutely amazing, and I can highly recommend, if you do come here, to go and check that out. Definitely sort of well worth the entrance fee, I would say, but obviously I'll leave that down to you. But everything in there is really well preserved. The staff who sort of, well, the people that sort of show you around and give you information, really knowledgeable. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Probably one of the best sort of houses that I've been to. Now, obviously this isn't National Trust. We've been to some National Trust ones before, and obviously they're great, but this one just seems to be a little bit of a higher end, should I say. It's whilst we're over here, I'll just show you the view straight across the fields, because it's absolutely amazing. They've actually got a artisan market going on here as well at the minute, and loads of little stalls, craft beers, that kind of thing, which we'll have a little nose at on the way back through. But now what we're going to do, we're going to head down to the gardens and check that out. It's got a big brass band playing up there, and I don't know if you can hear it, but obviously the song they're doing is from Sister Act. Quite a good little version. So I've just made our way down to the gardens now, and this one definitely doesn't disappoint. Fully in bloom, lots of lovely colours everywhere, and can't beat a good water feature. I do love a water feature. Let's go check that out. Right, you need a wee. A bit hit and miss again today. We've got a bit of sun, but then it's overcast. But what that is giving me is some great shots. I mean, the lighting is just right, and there is plenty of things to take photos of and video here as well. So it's a great location, and the gardens are absolutely beautiful. I think we've got this just at the right time of year. Amazing view from out here. Just down across the lower section of gardens, and then forest behind. Choices. Do I go to the Pet Cemetery or the Woodland Walk? I mean, obviously I've seen the film of Pet Cemetery and that doesn't really bode well. Woodland Walk might be a bit more pleasant. And plus I don't really want to go and see a load of dead pet graves, it's a bit depressing. So realistically, even if you just came here just to do the walks around the garden and the forest, is a really good day out. I've really enjoyed looking around the gardens. We're going to make our way and have a little look. We're in the actual forest now, so see you in a minute. Quite interesting actually, we were being told as we entered the house, the Duchess had like 11 children but then died quite young. I think it was in her 40s, which is quite sad. But you can see obviously this whole place must have been an amazing place to grow up and raise children. Obviously after they had the rebuild and built Belvoir Castle, I did check and it is Belvoir. I thought I was being had on because it did look like it said Belvoir, which obviously sounded a lot more grand, but no, it's Belvoir. So you know, I think that's something to do with the fact that when it was built, hand saws hadn't actually been made, so they used to have trained beavers which were used to gnaw down the wood, which actually built the castle itself. And if you couldn't tell, that's a lie. Yeah, that's not true, okay? Misinformation or whatever. I don't want someone crying on the internet saying, oh, Lee Outdoors is giving wrong information. If you believe that, then you know, you believe anything. And please remember, if you're enjoying my weird sense of humour, like, subscribe, anything. It's all appreciated here on the Lee Outdoors channel. I think what I really like about this place as well is it's probably one of the only places I've visited recently that I can actually pronounce. So, always a winner in my book. So actually just have a look on this board here as well, because there's plenty of, like I said, there's plenty of different walks that you can do around the gardens. And the longest one is actually called the Duke's Walk. And it's about 2 hours long. But, you know, you've got the Spiral Walk, which is about 20 minutes, which I think is one we've done. Japanese woodland. So again, we just come around the outside of it, but that's 20 minutes doing that. You know, the Duchess's Gardens, that's 45 minutes worth of walking. So you do really need a good full day here to properly explore and take it all in. Now, obviously, I'm just giving you a snippet of what's here, and hopefully that's kind of whet your appetite for it. But, you know, you can probably tell I'm getting a bit thirsty now, so I think I'm going to head up to one of those stands and see if we can grab a beer or a drink or something. And as soon as I mentioned beer, Mrs. Outdoors' eyes lit up as if I'd just given her the world. So let's get on up there and let's make her happy. Cheers. Seems to be that every adventure I'm going on in a minute, they end up having a beer or something, but it's the weekend. And as we're just sitting here having a beer, I just thought I'd get this on, but it looks like there's actually a little shuttle bus that runs people up and down to the car park, because it's quite a steep climb. So they must do that for people who have walking disabilities or find it a bit difficult. Although I might use that to get back down the hill because I'm just lazy. Well, I'm going to sit in Mrs. Outdoors and finish this up. I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, toilets in there. We'll say about this place as well, there is plenty of facilities, so if you do need the loo, there's loads of places to stop. And we're actually just heading down towards the Spiral Walk now, so we're just going to go and check out how long that is, and then we're going to make our way back to the car. I mean, as you can see, you've got an absolutely amazing view just on the way down the path to the Spiral Walk, and the sun's just suddenly come out. And I have to take this gilet off because it is starting now to feel a little bit more like summer. You've got a tennis court down there, but also it's like a, you can see, just see a swimming pool. So we're just taking this path nice and steady. And as it says on the sign, it's just spiralling round. And I think this actually takes us back up to where the rose garden was and the pet cemetery. The other nice thing about Belvoir Castle is it's still lived in. And it's still the same generations that it's been passed down to for the past, I think it was 1,000 years, the lady said, didn't she? So for over 1,000 years, the same family has been living here. And I mean, with all these grounds and everything around it, it's not too bad to be living here for over 1,000 years, is it? I mean, not the same person over 1,000 years, it's not like Dracula or anything. Another really interesting fact as well is this building was actually designed by the Duchess when she was 18 years old. I mean, bloody hell. be able to design something like this at 18, pretty good going in my books, compared to some of the crap that's designed these days. I wonder if she had to get planning permission for that as well. And again, just approaching the garden from the spiral walk, yeah, it's just filled with the smell of flowers and like fresh grass and the sound of the water running from the water feature. Definitely a beautiful place to visit. So we're just making our way back to the car now, and you know, we've seen the house, we've done the gardens, well, most of them anyway. I wasn't going to do that 2-hour walk today, but obviously I'll leave it to you to decide whether it was actually worth that entrance fee we paid on the way in. So guys, thanks for watching today's video. This has been Belvoir Castle. I'm Lee Outdoors. Remember guys, until next time, if you're not outside, get outside.